What's up, Timmons here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and series coming out this week, whether it be theater, streaming, etc. Alright, now the wide release films we have out this week. We of course got Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. Now, this is of course a biopic about Bruce Springsteen. On the cusp of global superstardom, New Jersey rocker Bruce Springsteen struggles to rekindle the pressure of success with the ghosts of his past to record the album Nebraska in the early 80s. And this does look really interesting. Of course, you got Jeremy Allen White coming off The Bear, or to be honest, every time I just think of Jeremy, I just always think of Shameless. Uh, and I mean, this does look intriguing. The music sounds great. Bruce Springsteen is the boss. So I'm definitely excited for this. Hopefully, it's a great one, but we'll see here. Also out, we got Regretting You, which stars the likes of Allison Williams, McKenna Grace, Mason Dames, Dave Franco, and it's based on a book by Colleen Hoover, who of course wrote the book for Ends With Us, which got turned into a feature. When a devastating accident reveals a shocking betrayal, Morgan Grant and her daughter Claire explores the life the explores what's left behind as they confront family secrets, redefine love, and discover each other. And this looks really interesting. I do like the actors of never read the books, so I can't really comment on that. But it does look really heartfelt, does look charming, does look pretty sad here, so I'm definitely intrigued to see that one. Alright, we also got Shelby Oaks, which this one looks interesting. It's directed by Chris Stuckman, who of course obviously famed YouTuber, critic and all. And this is about a woman who searched for her her long lost sister because of an obsession when she realizes a demon from her childhood may have been real here. And this does look pretty creepy, to say the least. I have always appreciated Chris Stuckman, so seeing him branch out into his directorial debut does seem interesting. So it does look creepy, so I'm definitely looking forward to see this one. Alright, on the streaming front, we got Catherine Bigelow's A House of Dynamite. At the White House, U.S. government officials scramble to deal with the incoming nuclear missile launch by the foreign power in the city of Chicago. And this does look intriguing. You got Rebecca Ferguson, Idris Elba, Anthony Ramos, some really great cast members. You got Catherine Bigelow, who of course became the first female director to win a Best Director Oscar win. So yeah, this sounds like a intriguing, to say the least. Hopefully, it is a great one. But we'll see here. All right, on Apple, we got Stella and Maria. Nothing is lost. Coming to Apple, which is a documentary about Ben Stiller's parents, Jerry Stiller, and about of course Jerry Stiller and then Maria. And of course, you might know Jerry Stiller from like Seinfeld, Kings of Queens fame. This does look really heartfelt here. Ben Stiller, of course, is the director of this. Telling his story of his parents and all. It does look like to be interesting to check out, so I'm definitely looking forward to see that. All right, we also got the remake of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which this looks awful. I'm sorry. Of course, I did talk about the trailer when the trailer dropped. This thing it doesn't look good. I mean, it's shame. Maybe it's good. Maybe it will be good. I mean, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. You do got people I do like Michael Moreau, Mary Elizabeth Winston. It is a remake of the 1992 or 91, the early 90s thriller of the same name, where an upscale suburban mom brings a new nanny into her home, only to discover she is not the person she claims to be. And I mean, maybe it's good. Who knows? But the trailer didn't really do anything for me. But we'll see. All right. Also out this week, in limited release this week, we got Bagona, which is the new Yorgos Lanthimos film with Emma Stone. It comes out limited release this week, and it'll come out wider next week. It follows two young men who kidnaps a powerful CEO, suspecting that she is secretly an alien who wants to destroy Earth. This sounds like intriguing. You got obviously Emma Stone reunite with Yorgos Lanthimos following the success of Poor Things. Maybe the not so success of Consequences. I actually enjoy Consequences more than most people. But anyway. But Pagoda does look intriguing, to say the least. It does look intriguing. Does look interesting. So hopefully that could be good. All right. Also out, we got a teen comedy titled "This Too Shall Pass," which is about Simon, who's a 16-year-old suffocated by his strict Mormon upbringing and rebels and crosses the border with friends for a weekend in Canada. Now, this stars Jeremy Ray Taylor, who, of course, was in the It movies, Katie Douglas, who was, of course, on the show Genie in Georgia, and she was just in the recent horror film Clowns in the Cornfield. She's also in this one. It does look pretty interesting. I mean, I do quite like the poster that they released for this. Has a little bit of like a Breakfast Club feel to it, so definitely has a little bit of a modern Breakfast Club in a weird way, without obviously the pretentious stuff. But does look intriguing, to say the least. Hopefully that's a good one, but we'll see there. Alright, we also got the horror film Dream here. A filmmaker documents her boyfriend's violent parasama during their holiday at a remote cabin in the woods. And I saw the preview for this when I went to see that remake of The Toxic Avenger back in August, and the trailer for this didn't do anything for me. Doesn't look all that scary. Looks pretty boring, to be honest. Yeah, so can't say I'm all that interested in that one. We got something called The Grieving. A grieving daughter struggles with her father's death and begins to sense his spirit may still be lingering. And I saw the preview for this too. I mean, that doesn't look all that interesting to me. So maybe it's good, but we'll see. We also got another horror film because it is Halloween, obviously. We of course got In Our Blood. Now here's what it's about. When a mother disappears, Emily and cinematographer Denny pursues clues to her whereabouts. Almost traces to her past addictions. Now this also stars Brittany O'Grady, who you might know from the White Lotus fame. Does look pretty creepy here. Got some interesting cast members, so hopefully that's a good one. Alright, we also got Last Days coming out, based on a true story. And it's also directed by Justin Lin, who, of course, is best known for directing some of the Fast and Furious movies, Star Trek Beyond. He hasn't really directed an indie movie for since like Better Luck Tomorrow back in 2000s. So really nice to see him going back to the indie circle here. And this stars Sky Yang as John Allen Chow, who's a dangerous adventurer who crossed the globe to share his faith with isolated tribe of North Central Island here. And I don't know, maybe it's a good one. I mean, it has a little bit of like a Into the Wild feel to it. I don't know why. From the preview, it definitely has a little bit of that Into the Wild feel. So, I don't know, maybe it's a good one. I do like Justin Lin, but we'll see. Alright, that's all the films out we have out this week. On the TV front, we got this series called Lazarus, which stars Bill Nye and Sam Claflin, based on the Harvey Corbin books. I don't really know much about that, but yeah, I like Bill Nye, so. We got Allen Iverson coming to Amazon, which is the docu-series about Allen Iverson. That could be interesting. Something I don't really care too much about is the Kardashians coming to Hulu, so that could be cool, I guess, but I don't really watch the Kardashians, so. We got Nobody Wants This Season 2 coming to Netflix. Of course, with Kristen Bell, Adam Brody returning. I thought the first season was pretty decent, so I'm definitely looking forward to check out the second season. Very weird they don't release this show like in like February or something. I feel like they'll have more eyes on February because obviously Valentine's Day. So I don't know, kind of weird they release this thing around October instead of waiting until February. But anyway, and last but not least, we got Mayor of Kingstown season 4 returning to Paramount Plus. Of course, with Jeremy Renner. I mean, not a bad show here. Jeremy Renner is great, so hopefully season 4 will be pretty good too. Anyway, let me let you guys. Which of these films, what series are you interested in? Are you interested in Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere, Regretting You, Nobody Wants This Season 2? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Henry Tyner.